Your time has come to call your power back from your fears and to reclaim your quality of life right now. Hi, my name is Evette Rose, author and founder of Metaphysical Anatomy, which is a book that is a step-by-step guide to allow you to know and understand what are the hidden messages in the emotional body. And welcome to today's topic, which is understanding the symptoms of your fears, part 2 of 2. Now, I'm really excited here to help you to uncover messages in your body and also hidden fears that have been bothering you for years and probably your entire life. Now, one of our biggest pain points in life is not understanding the body and also then the areas where the traumas and the fears are being stored and why they are being stored in those areas. Now, in my career and also the hence book Metaphysical Anatomy that I wrote, I've come to learn to understand patterns, why we store fears, where, what, and how. Let's move on to digging deeper into your fears and how they surface in your body, and then to also discover what they mean to you and what are the messages. Now, keep in mind that if you have not completed the first part of this video, then I would highly recommend that you go through it before completing this part. So let's start with the process. Now, I'm sure that you have a fear, right? Let's talk a little bit about that fear, because together we will actually use that fear as the starting point of uncovering the message behind it. And we will also start with the emotional body. Now, let's also work with one fear at a time, right? Because they can have different messages. And when you feel the fear, how does it feel? And where do you feel it in your body? Another way to help ask you this to get you started is, what would you need to feel in order to know that you're feeling that fear right now? What does it feel like? Pause the video if you need time to find the answer. Now that you have the answers, let's be playful, right? Just for a moment, because the more relaxed your approach to this next step is, the more accurate your answers are going to be. Now, I'm sure that you have noticed that the more you try to control an outcome or seeing or sending something, right, sensing it, if you try to, it's almost like laser targeting that too much, the harder it actually can be to connect to it and to find an answer, because you are so invested in seeing or sensing a specific outcome that you completely disregard anything else that's trying to come in. So now, take a nice deep breath and relax. I invite you now to connect to the part of your body where you feel the fear. Imagine now, for example, that this part of your body had a voice. What would it just spontaneously say to you right now? Just let the answer come to you. Just 1, 2, 3, boom. What is the answer? What did it say? Let's do it again and pause the video if you need to. Just 1, 2, 3, boom. What is the message? Now that you have the message, let's go look at the quick reference guide that you will find in the description box. You can go to www.thequickreferenceguide.com. Download it and open it. And first look at the drawing and then locate the areas where you felt the fear. Now, see here in the diagram, right, to find out what the hidden messages and the emotional block would also relate to, and then combine it with the message that you got from the previous exercise. Now, when you combine them, they should tell you a very clear story. Pause the video and find clarity within the message. Now, in our next step, is this your fear, or does this fear maybe belong to someone else? This could be a fear, for example, that you copied from someone in your life that you had some kind of interaction with, or it could be yours, or it could belong to your parents or an ancestor. Now, the quickest way to find out what this is, where this fear is coming from, is to be playful again and be flexible, be open-minded. Give this fear a voice. Now remember to relax and just be playful. Now let's do a countdown again. Whose face or voice do you hear or see that you know? Boom, 1, 2, 3. It can also be a feeling, right? It doesn't have to be a face or a voice. It can be a feeling. And who or what does that feeling remind you of? Is it yours or someone else's? Also, just remember that you might sense that it's not yours. However, you cannot fully quite grasp. You sense it's not mine, but I don't know who it is. That is okay. What's important is that you can make a distinction at least whether it's yours or someone else's. So here's the cool part. So if the fear is not yours, then you can out loud say the following affirmation. I acknowledge the difference between my identity and the person's fear of, and then name the fear. You don't need to know the person's actual name, but you can just say the person's fear of spiders, for example, just to disconnect that in the subconscious mind. Now, just the fact that it's not your fear, right? So here now you can also change the affirmation if you need to as well. So I hope that you now found an answer and feel a little bit more clear about what the hidden messages were behind your fear. Now, what you can do here is to go through this process again and to address other fears that you have. And if you want to take this journey even further, you can heal your fears. And then I would highly recommend my free online healing course called Healing Your Fears. And you can sign up here for the course hassle-free at healingyourfears.com. Now remember that a fear is just that. It's a fear. Fears are old imprints of past experiences, whether the origin of the fear is in your life or your DNA lineage. And these fears also not just have become stuck in your emotional body. It's almost like that it's like a hamster in the wheel, or that gramophone that's just keep looping and looping and looping. Now, I also invite you to realize that as of right now, that you can call your power back from an old past that is no longer real. Until next time, guys, be the light that you are. Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling it because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Evette Rose, 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys!